Welcome back to the Crochet Credits. So my friends over at yarnspirations.com. This is the Flora Afghan. This is the first one, April of 2019. So we're going to be doing the Chrysanthemum. It appears 3 times within this particular Flora Afghan. Of course you can make one complete Afghan just using this one square, or you could just omit squares, etc. So today, if you'd like to know more information about it, I'm going to put a link in the more information of this video where it has a rundown on how this book works. But in the meantime, we're going to get started right away with the 6mm size J crochet hook and your Caron 1 pound yarn. It is suggesting to do 3 colors, but of course you can do more colors if you wish, and this is what our goal is today. So the square is approximately 14 inches across, so we're going to start off with the big middle. We're going to be providing some texture as you see on the raising lips, and at the end of this what you're going to do is whip stitch it with your neighbor once you get that far in the particular project. So these could all work together, so you can do a whole Afghan of just this, or you can mix and match it with the other 6 squares that appear in the floral Afghan. So 6mm size J crochet hook, Caron 1 pound. Let's get going. So let's begin. We're going to start off with a slip knot, and we're going to chain a total of 4, and that will get us started. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 chain from the hook is where we're going to start, and that's going to be the center of your square, and this chaining area counts as one of the double crochets. So we're going to put 11 there. So with this one here, that gives you a total of 12. So 4 chain from the hook, I want you to put in 11 double crochets, and now that I just put the first one, let's just say this one is 1 and this is 2 and 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, this is 10 and 11 and 12. So make sure that you count your posts now to make sure you have 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and then just slip stitch it to the first one, and that was round number 1. If you were covering up over top of your straggler like we typically do, this is an intermediate level, so you would probably have that kind of skill to do that anyway. So just trim off your loose end, weave it in if you've not secured it underneath the stitches at this time. Let's move along to round number 2. Round number 2, we're going to chain up 3, counts as a double crochet, and then what we're going to do is that we're going to apply another double crochet into the same one as the join. So that puts 2 into the same one. So for round number 2, each one of these stitches it's going to get 2 double crochets in there, so you will have 12 groups of 2, otherwise 24 double crochets going all the way around. So please apply 2 double crochets in each of the stitches going all the way around. When you come all the way around, there will be 12 groups of 2 giving you 24 stitches. This one looks like it's a stitch, but it's not. It's part of the very first one, so don't mistake it for that, and then just slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3 and bring it to conclusion. So let's begin round number 3. Round number 3, we're going to slip stitch in between the next set of stitches. So see how you have 2 double crochets there? I want you to slip in right between, just like that, and slip stitch, and now we're gonna begin there. So we're going to chain 3, counts as a double crochet, and we want to double crochet in that same space that we just made, just like that. So now we're going to chain 1 and put in 2 more double crochets into that same space. So 1 and 2, and now we're going to begin all the way around. So what I want you to do is see the next 2 how they're together. I want you to go into the space between them, and we're gonna do exactly what we just did. So we're gonna just go in the space and put in 2 double crochet. So 1 and 2, and then we're going to chain 1 and then put 2 double crochets into the same one again. Okay, so let's just review that one more time. So just see the next 2 that how they're in the same one, go in the space in between them, and then that's where you're gonna apply 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. Please do that all the way around for this round. When you come all the way back around, you're gonna do your last one. There will be 12 of these going all the way around like a clock. Okay, so just make sure you get them all in, and then you're going to slip stitch then to the top of the chain 3 when you get that done. So just reaching over, go to the top of the chain 3 and finish off, and then we're going to begin round number 4 together. So in round number 4 we're gonna do exactly the same thing, but we gotta change where we're about to start. So we're in the top of the first chain 3, so we're gonna have to move over to this chain 1 space. So just slip stitch to the top of the next one and slip stitch right into the space, and that's where you're gonna begin today. So let's begin to do number 4. So you're gonna chain 3, counts as a double crochet, and you're gonna double crochet into the same spot again, then chain 1 and then 2 double crochets into the same spot. So it's exactly what you did in the last round. So what I want you to do is that I want you to skip over to the next space in between. Do you see that right there? This chain 1 space. I want you to do the exact same in there. So just going in. Okay, so put 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. So you're gonna notice that this will keep it looking flat because right at this point there's a lot of stitches going on here, but we need to have it relax a little bit, so you have to do that. So just reach to the next one, go to the chain 1 space and put in 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and please do that all the way around. So I'm just doing my last one, and it's the same thing we did in the last round. So we're just gonna finish off and we're going to join it to the top of the first chain 3, and that concludes round number 4. So round number 5 we're gonna have to get ourselves to this chain 1 space again, and let's begin that after this. Let's begin round number 5. We're gonna get ourselves into this chain 1 space. So let's slip stitch over first and go right into that chain 1 space, and let's begin. You're gonna chain 3 this time and put in 2 double crochets into the same space. We're gonna chain 1, and then in the same space you wanna put in 3 double crochets. So this one here in the spaces that we're gonna play, it's all gonna be 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. So come into the next space, see how they're together, the chain 1 space right there. You're gonna apply 3 double crochets first. So 1, 2 and 3, chain 1 and then 3 double crochet back into the same spot. Please do that all the way around. This is round number 5. So as you come all the way back around, then you're just going to join to the top of the first chain 3, and that concludes off round number 5. So let's begin round number 6. So we're going to slip stitch only 2 stitches across. So we're not gonna go to this chain 1 space. We're just gonna slip stitch over. So 1 and 2, and so we're in the double crochet before the space, and that's where we're gonna begin round number 6. So let's chain 3, counts as your first double crochet, and now into this chain 1 space you're going to apply 3 double crochet. So 1, 2 and 3, chain 1 and then 3 more into the same one. So 1, 2 and 3. So here's the thing, my friends, right here this first double crochet is almost hiding, so just kind of peel it back a little bit and access that stitch. You need to put in 1 double crochet in there before that point is done. So you have 1 before the corner, 1 after the corner, and 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the corner. So let's jump to the next point. So come into the double crochet before the corner and apply 1 more double crochet in there. So 1, and now going into the corner, the chain 1 space, I want you to apply 3 double crochet followed by a chain 1 and 3 double crochet. And once you get that final double crochet in there, just peel it back, access that first one, and that's your final double crochet. So please do that all the way around. So 1 double crochet in the one before, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet in the corner, and then 1 double crochet in the one after, and please do that all the way around. This is round number 6. So let's finish up round number 6 together, and we are just going to attach it then to the first slip stitches, sorry, to the first chain 3. So round number 7 is the final of this particular color for this moment in time, and what we're going to do is that we're gonna start round number 7 and we're gonna slip stitch 2 stitches over. So 1 and 2. So this means that we're starting the second double crochet before the corner. It's important to know those kind of things. So we're gonna chain 3 to begin, and you're gonna double crochet in the next double crochet, and then you're gonna begin your corner like you already know it. So it's gonna be 3 double crochet in the corner. So 1, 2 and 3, chain 1 and then 3 double crochet. And like before, you're just gonna have to peel that back a little bit. So pull it back, get the first one in there, so the first double crochet, and then double crochet in the very next one. So you have 2 before the corner and 2 after the corner. So jumping to the next point, just go and look for the second one. Okay, you can skip all these stitches and go to the second one before the corner and put in a double crochet, 1, and then go to the next one and put another double crochet in, then do your corner again. So 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, and please do that all the way around for round number 7. And this is it for this particular color. And I've changed colors in this pattern where I thought it made sense. Of course you can change colors at any time in your project. So now that I'm finished, I'm just going to just slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3. Now that's it for this particular color. So what I'm recommending to you for this entire Flora Afghan is just make sure that you weave in your ends as you go. It's just gonna be easier for you because the project's gonna be fun and fabulous, and it will take you a few months obviously to work through this whole entire program, and you might as well weave in your ends and get that done so it's not something that's gonna linger for months. So just taking your tapestry needle and just going in behind the project, so I turned it over and just going in. This is the worst tapestry needle ever. Do not buy this one. And I don't even know where it came from. It's just here. Okay, so I have to go to the craft store and buy a metal one. I can't seem to find mine. So here we go, and we're just going to weave it in. So now we're going to begin, and we're going to change our color. So this is one of the elements here that we're gonna start to play with texture by working on the back posts of these petals. Let's begin to do that next. So in this particular sample, what's gonna happen in the next round, we're going to create this section over here, and we're gonna be skipping the first double crochet and the last double crochet in each of these petals and jumping down, coming down, and then coming back up and then going around again. So when you're looking at the petals for this particular instance here, the first one we're gonna skip and the last one we're gonna skip. So we're only gonna play here just like you see. So without further ado, let's begin to do this next one. So let's begin, and we're gonna create a slip knot. I'm gonna show you 2 ways to attach in this case. So as I said, skip the first one and the last one. So you're gonna come second one over. It doesn't matter which one you choose, just make sure it is. So you're gonna slip knot it onto the hook and push it through, and just pull it through, and then chain 3. So that's your first considered back post double crochet. I'm gonna show you another way because it might be better for you in this case. So what I want you to do is create the slip knot. This is called the standing double crochet, and put it onto the hook. Still come to the second one here, but watch what I do. I'm going to come in. So before I do that, I want to wrap the hook once. Don't let it unspin itself, so just kinda use your fingers and hold it. Coming to the second one over, pop it out, pull through the first one and pull through the second, and that's gonna be a standing double crochet. Therefore it keeps your tail at the end and it looks really quite awesome. So you're going to continue now, and you're going to double crochet. So regardless on how you attached it, you're gonna double crochet on the back post only of the petal. You're going to ignore that chain 1 space that separates the petal and just continue just to back post double crochet. So when you get to the one that's before the last one, that's where you're going to end that and do something different. Okay, so I can see that I have one left. I'm gonna leave that open. So now we're ready to continue down. So we're gonna come all the way down, all the way to you get to round number 2. So you're just gonna follow it all the way and just separate these 2 double crochets, and then come all the way back up, and then jump to the second one and do your back post double crochet, and then coming down again. So let's just do that. So we're going to begin, now that you got your back post double crochets done, you're skipping the last one, single crochet in that space, chain 2, and then come down to the next one just around the space, single crochet, chain 2, and keep on diving deeper and deeper into your motif, and keep chaining 2 in between them. So it feels like at this one here that you're done, but I want you to go all the way to number 2. So the round 2, and separate these double crochets in number 2 and single crochet, and then turn your whole project. And now you're gonna go back up. So chain 2, and then in the same spaces you just came down on, just reiterate that again. So single crochet, chain 2, and coming back up. See that? So you're doing it's almost a surface overlay, but it's kind of not, but it's kind of close to it. So chaining 2 all the way back to the top, and single crochet before you begin the next petal. So when you start the next petal, you skip the first one and you back post double crochet around all of them except for the very last one where you're gonna go dig down again, and I'm gonna show you that one more time. So obviously you're gonna have to go down a total of 12 times because there is 12 points of your entire motif to do this. So you might want to be strategic with this particular color because it really does outline it beautifully as your chrysanthemum kind of takes its shape. So I'm in the second last one now. So to begin going down, I'm just going to single crochet first and then chain 2 and then keep diving down in till I get to the second one, and make sure you're chaining 2 between them. So the chaining of 2 is allowing it to space properly. And now that I've already gone all the way down, I can just cross compare to when I'm actually all the way there. So I'm going to go into the ones right between the last 2 double crochets that are there, and then turn your work and go back up. So chain 2, and then where you've already gone, just single crochet and chain 2 and move on. So what I want you to do is I want you to do this all the way around. Takes a little bit of time, but it really does outline your chrysanthemum really beautifully. Gives you a bit of texture, and then we're gonna move on in the pattern to doing a little bit even more texture after this. Getting to the top, single crochet, skip the first one and begin back post double crochet again. Please do that all the way around. This is round number 8. So as I finish up coming around, let's just give you some advice. So we're going to be changing the color again after the end of this round. I did 2 layers of texture. Again, your coloring is completely up to you and what you would like to do, and once you see it all together it kind of would make sense too. So when we finish up going all the way around, you can see that we still have to come up, and then we're going to attach it to the top of the first double crochet that you started with. Now I did a standing there. If it was a chain 3 that you started with, then you just attach it to the top of the chain 3. You know, this is an intermediate level. You probably already know the rules of the game, I suppose. So this whole square that we're doing today was inspired by a crocheter that asked me to convert this dishcloth, because that's what it is at this point in Yarnspirations Design, and then I just altered the last round, and then we're gonna alter it again as we continue. So it's a single crochet as the very end, and you're just going to attach it to the top of the first standing double crochet. And what I'm recommending to you, let's just keep the stitching nice and tight. And what I'm recommending to you is that you're gonna weave in your ends at this time, change your color, but if you don't want to, that's up to you as well. So let's trim this off and weave in our ends, and let's begin then, and we're gonna do one more round, and then we're gonna then start converting to a square. So let's begin round number 9. This is the final time as a round circle, and then we're going to transition to a square in the next one. So create a slip knot. So you have a choice. We're going to use every stitch that is involved in these petals. So you see each one of these that you have, you're gonna be using every one. So you're not skipping the first or the last like you were before. That was only the last round. And what we need to do is that we're going to do a back post double crochet around each one of these, and in this space right here we're going to apply 1 treble crochet in order to have this all work out. So our goal is to get ourselves to 108 stitches at the end of this. So you can start off with just a back post double crochet join, so just going right into the join itself, like so, right into the back post, and then you can attach it and then chain 3, and that's your first double crochet. Or you can challenge yourself and do a standing double crochet again into the back post. So just put it on there, wrap it once, and don't let it unspin. Okay, so you got 2, and just going into the first double crochet. So you're not worrying about these single crochets that are going in between. So you're just going into the back post, pull through, pull through the first and then pull through the next, and that's a standing double crochet for your back post. So you want to do a back post double crochet around each until you get to the ones in between the petals, like in between these yeah, I guess it's petals. I'm trying to be more technical, but I don't think there is a technical word. Okay, so we're just gonna continue along. So it's one back post double crochet in each, and you see it's lifting off this one here, and you're gonna come into each one of them right up into the last double crochet. So now this space right here, you're going to wrap the hook twice and apply one treble into that space, and then that's it. So you just immediately go to the first double crochet and start back posting on that, and continue then, and then again put one treble in between. So I want you to do that all the way around for round number 9. This is the final time as a round circle, and then we convert to a square starting in round number 10. So I'm coming up all the way around, just doing my back post double crochet where I need to. I've done my trebles where I needed to do in the middles. So you have your last treble left, so put that in, and then you're just going to join it to the top of your first standing double crochet or chain 3 depending on how you did it, and join it, and let's weave in your ends. If you'd like to leave on this color, it's up to you, and I'm gonna change my colors to a sky blue, and then we're gonna continue then as we can start transitioning to a square. As we begin into round number 10, what I would like you to do, it's completely up to you, this is what I would do, is that each one, as we continue now to transition to a square, it's easier to have these kind of notes just written for you. So each of the corners that we're going to do is gonna have 2 trebles, chain 2, 2 trebles. Then as we continue then around, what's gonna happen is that we are going to apply 1 treble in the next, 3 double crochets in a row, 5 half double crochets in a row, 8 single crochets in a row, and then we start then kind of doing the mirror up, going backwards. So we got 5 half double crochets, 3 double crochets, and 1 treble. So really the 8 single crochets are right in the center of your in between the corners. So once you have this done, then you complete back again. So 2 trebles, chain 2, 2 trebles, and then 1, and then 3, and then 5, and then 8, and then 5, and 3, and 1. If you can understand that, then it gets a lot easier to be able to do this. Now when I designed the Flora Afghan, I decided that each one of the transitions would be the same information, so that once you understood how to do this, it gets really quite simple once you get it. So let's begin to do round number 10. Okay, so you're ready? Hopefully you're not nervous. I want you to choose, this is where we stopped, but just choose a different treble to begin with. So this is a treble stitch, and we're gonna use a new color, and we're going to begin. So the chaining of 4 that we're gonna start with counts as your first treble. If you'd like to do a standing one, so let's just give you 2 options. So if you have it on the hook, just pull through and then chain 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your first treble. If you'd like to do a standing one, which I think is cleaner to see, just create a slip knot, and we're gonna wrap it around your hook twice. So just pinching it so it doesn't unravel. So 1 and 2, and then what we want to do is going right into the treble. So we're not worrying about back post. So going in, pull through 2, pull through 2, and come right back and pull through 2, and that is a standing treble. So in this particular case, what we want to do is that we want to do another treble into the same one. So essentially the first corner is partially done, and we'll finish this corner when we come back around. So as I said in that little sheet that I did, so we're gonna work in order. So it's gonna be 1 treble, so wrap the hook twice, and then it's gonna be 3 doubles in a row. So 1, 2, and 3, and then 5 half double crochets in a row. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and now we're gonna do 8 single crochets in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now we're gonna start reversing what we just did. So now we're gonna do 5 half double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 3 double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3, and finally 1 treble. And look where you are. The next stitch is a treble, so we know that we're right. So we started one side. You can see it's not completely a corner a square yet because it's gonna take 3 revolutions to do that. So in the very next one we're gonna do our first corner. So we're gonna do 2 trebles first. So 1 and 2, and then chain 2 to turn, and then 2 more trebles into the same one. And I'm gonna take you through one more side just to make sure you got it. Okay, you ready to begin? It's exactly what we just did. So it's gonna be 1 treble by itself, and then 3 doubles. Five half double crochets, and then 8 single crochets. And now let's reverse what we know. So we're gonna do 5 halves, and then 3 doubles. I've done this so many times that I have it in my head. And then finally 1 treble. And now you're ready for another corner. And look where you are. See this? That's exactly where you need to be. And you can see that it's taking its shape. So please do that all the way around. This is round number 10. So I'm coming up all the way around. I'm just finishing the last section. There's 3 double crochets in a row here, and then the final is 1 treble. And remember that we started off with a partial corner, so we're gonna finish this corner. So we're gonna apply 2 trebles in there first. Just like that. And we're going to join to the top of this first stitch here with a half double crochet. So just wrapping the hook once, going straight across. Even if it's a chain 3, just do it and just go straight across and then pull together, and that is a half double crochet join. Use the straggler if you have this as a standing, and just bury it in. And we're now going to begin round number 11. So I'm gonna update that sheet that I'm about to show you, and we're gonna just go from that point. So on that spare piece of paper I want you to do, this is round number 11 right here, number 11. Let's just write that. So in the corners there'll be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. And then right after that there'll be 3 double crochets in a row, 3 HDCs, so half double crochet, 18 single crochets, 3 half double crochets, and 3 double crochets, and then you're back onto the corner again. So we're no longer doing any treble. So the treble is a thing of the past. Let's begin round number 11. And once you understand this repeat pattern, I tried to make these numbers really easy to remember, and that's what I tried to do for you today. So let's begin our next round. So because I did a standing, I'm just gonna lay that on top and then trap it underneath. So you're gonna chain 3 counts as a double crochet, and you're going to double crochet into the same corner, and you're gonna finish that corner when you get back around. So starting in your first stitch, the first 3 will be double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3, and then there'll be 3 half double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3, and now there will be 18 single crochets in a row. So let's count those out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So 18 is in there. The next 3 in a row are half double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3, and the last 3 stitches should be 1 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, and then the corner is going to be 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, chain 2 and 2 double crochet all in the same spot. I'm going to take you through one more side. Okay, let's turn it. So we're going to start off with 3 double crochets. Then 3 half double crochets. And then 18 single crochets. Then 3 half double crochets, then 3 double crochets, and then you're back on the corner. So the corners, remember, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Please complete the rest of this round and you can see that it got more square within the last round. So I'm just coming up all the way around. This is round number 11 and then just finishing it off. So there'll be 3 double crochets before the corner, and we're gonna finish off that corner together, and it'll be 2 double crochets to start, and then I want you to join it with a half double crochet to the top of the first one that you started with. So just reach over, wrap the hook, reach over, pull through, and then pull through with all 3, and that's done. Once you can either leave on this color or change it like I'm going to, and then just weave in your ends, and we're gonna begin round number 12. There's only 2 more rounds left, number 12 and 13. Let's begin round number 12. I'm gonna use the same color as the flower. This is the second last round, and I found with myself when you look at these photographs is that I matched the second last round to the middle of the flower. So that's up to you on how you would like to do that. So let's begin to do the 12th round. Let's just join it then to the beginning to like a chain 2 space, and join it and chain 3. That's your first double crochet, and double crochet right into it. So what you're going to do is all the way across is just apply 1 double crochet into each stitch, and then in the corners it's going to be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So it's just simple, a double crochet round, no extra growth anymore. The thinking is gone in this particular one. Well, if you think this is hard, then maybe you have to think, but for an experienced level crocheter, it's just 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around, and corners. So 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and let's do this together, and let's finish off round number 12 in just a moment. So I'm coming all the way around, just 1 double crochet into each, and we're gonna finish off the final corner because we started it, and so it's gonna be 2 double crochet, and then you're going to double join with the half double crochet to the top. So we have 1 more round left that's completely single crochet, and I'm recommending for you that it stays the same color for all of your squares when you're going to join, no matter if you're gonna change to the floral and do all kinds of different patterns within my stitch along here. I'm recommending that the last round always be the same color so that you can attach it with the whip stitch and have a seamless look at the end. Again, you're the creator here. You have to decide what's right for you. So let's just start then round number 13, and this is the final for conclusion. So I'm gonna keep the blue color that you see already. I'm gonna use the blue as my standard color in between each one of these that I'm about to make for this whole series. So I'll keep this blue. So you just want to join. So what I'm recommending is do a standing single crochet. If you're not comfortable with that, just join with the slip stitch and then chain 1 and start. If you do with a standing single crochet, it looks a lot better. So just going in and just leave the straggler down on top, pull the yarn through, and now you have 2 loops and pull through both, and that's a standing single crochet. So each one of the corners will have 5 single crochets. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now each one of these double crochets across then will each have 1 single crochet, and then 5 single crochets then in the next corner, and etc., going all the way around. So that just make sure you get your 5 single crochets in the corner. Now each one of the squares in the Flora stitch along, they're each end the same way with these single crochets with the 5 in the corner, so it's easy to remember. So essentially what I said to you in the long intro is that the conversion from the square to the circle to the square is the same. So pretty much all of this whole section that you see 1, 2, 3 and 4 are always the same in, I think, most of them, if not all. So please finish this off and I will see you at the end of this, and this will conclude this month's square for the Flora Afghan stitch along. Once you get all the way back around, just slip stitch it to the top of the, or to the beginning single crochet, and now you're just gonna weave in your ends and get rid of them, and we will see you next month as we do the stitch along. If the stitch along is already done at this point, it doesn't matter which month you're in, obviously, but this is a great little stitch along. You need to do total of 3 of these for the Flora Afghan. If you would like to do it as is, of course you can use the square and do as many as you want to. You can do a whole Afghan of just these, or you can just skip it altogether if you don't like it and just do the other designs that are in the Flora Afghan. So this is it for today. Have a good one. We hope that you've enjoyed this stitch along, and until next time, it's Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd, and have a good one, and bye bye.